The Power of Gratitude, a Hindu Spiritual Story by Osho. Narada, the great Indian mystic, is going to see God playing on his veena. He passes a forest and comes across a very old sage sitting under a tree. The old sage says to Narada, "You are going to God. Please ask one question from me. I have been making all kinds of efforts for 3 lives. Now, how much more is needed? How much longer do I have to wait? When is my liberation going to happen? You just ask him." Narada laughed and said, "Okay." As he progressed, just by the side, under another tree, a young man was dancing with his ektara, singing, dancing, very young. May have been only 30, jokingly. Narada asked the young man, "Would you also like any question to be asked of God?" "I am going," the old man, your neighbor, has asked. The young man did not reply. He continued his dance as if he had not listened at all, as if he was not there at all. After a few days, Narada came back. He told the old man, I have asked God. He said 3 lives more." The old man was doing his japa on his beads. He threw the beads. He was in a rage. He threw the scriptures that he was keeping with him, and he said, "This is absolutely unjust. 3 lives more." Narada moved to the young man, who was again dancing, and he said, "Although you had not answered and you had not asked, just by the way, I asked God about you too, but now I am afraid whether to tell it to you or not." Seeing the rage of the old man, I am hesitating. But the young man didn't say anything. He continued to dance. Narada told him, "When I asked, God said, 'Tell the young man that he will have to be born as many as times as there are leaves on the tree under which he is dancing." And the young man started dancing even more ecstatically, and he said, "So fast, there are so many lives, so many trees in the world, and so many leaves, only this much, only these leaves, only this many lives I have already attained. When you go next, thank him." And it is said the man became liberated that very moment. That very moment he became liberated. If there is such trust, such totality of trust, time is not needed. If there is no trust, then even 3 more lives are not enough. And my feeling is that old man must be around somewhere on the MG road. He cannot have become liberated yet. Even 3 lives won't do. Such a mind can't become liberated. Such a mind is what hell is. The message here transcends mere numerical counts of lives or efforts. It speaks to the essence of spiritual seeking, an invitation to embrace the journey itself, detached from the outcomes. The sage's frustration reflects the attachment to results, while the dancer's elation embodies the liberation found in surrendering to the dance of existence. The tale illuminates that spiritual attainment is not bound by time, effort, or specific practices alone. It beckons individuals to cultivate a state of inner joy, surrender, and acceptance in the present moment, irrespective of the duration or perceived efforts required for liberation. In the dance of life, the spiritual seeker finds freedom not in the anticipation of an end goal, but in the spontaneous celebration of the journey. The story unveils the essence of spiritual liberation, a state of being immersed in joy, detached from desires, and in harmony with the flow of existence.